We always talk about that there is reality and there is fantasy. And fantasy is your mind. It's whatever you think is here. It obviously is not really here. It's just what you think is here. Whatever somebody says, it's not really what they say. It's just what you think they say. And in opposed to that, we have, on the opposite side of that, we have reality, what actually is here. So what you can see, hear, smell, taste, touch. But we only call that reality. It doesn't mean that it is real. Even that has to drop. It is kind of like a stepping stone on the way to everything dropping away, to all identification with anything dropping away. So the stepping stone is, first of all, that you become aware of how much is thought. How much do you think is happening? How much do you assume or judge is happening? And what is actually happening? And what is actually happening is what you find with your direct experience. What you see, hear, smell, taste, touch. That is actually happening. The next step is to realize that even that, what you see, hear, smell, taste, touch, is not real either. It is just what you see, hear, smell, taste, touch in this moment. Because this moment is not elongated in any way. This moment is happening in a split of a second, which means that the next moment is arising completely fresh. And if you're no longer identifying with your mind, whatever is arising in this moment is a first time. It's the first time you look at this sunset. This moment is now gone. Now you look at the sunset, and this moment is the new fresh moment. And it's the first time you look at that sunset. It's like that with everything in your life. The identification that you create with your memories, where you kind of weave things together, is just another layer of delusion. It's where you believe that whatever you remember happened 1 minute ago is real. But it's not, though. That is in the past. That is only real in your mind. In reality, this is a new arising. And everything that is arising here is happening completely fresh, completely new. There is nothing that is tied into anything. All of it is in its own new birth. And before you know it, that has died. That is gone. And another moment is completely fresh, can be experienced completely anew. This has never happened before. It's the first time. If you identify, you will start to weave things together. A feeling like resentment or anger or fear or guilt or shame can only be maintained because there is identification. You identify with a feeling and saying, this is my feeling. I felt this did happen. But to really become aware of that level of suffering, you start by noticing, okay, what is actually here right now? And then you even drop out of that. You get into this moment that is arising right now. Is anger, fear, resentment, guilt, shame even a thing? Can it even manifest before the moment is gone? Of course it can't. It needs something to grow in. It needs a grow medium, and that is your mind. In this moment right now. Nobody is here right now but you. I'm not even here. You're seeing this video that was recorded a while ago. There's only what is with you right now, in your arising, happening right now. There is no country. There is no belief. There is no other people. There is just what is in your arising right now. That is the only thing that's here. Anything else, you're weaving in with your mind. You're creating a story with your mind. And you believe that story to be true. Now, I'm not saying that it's not true, that it's not real. On some level, of course it is. Otherwise, you can't drive a car, you can't pay your taxes, you would never have a relationship, you would never have a conversation, because there's just this arising right now. What we are pointing to is that everything is happening and unfolding at the same time. You don't have to identify with anything. You don't have to be held down by beliefs about your own inadequacy. That is not real. That is a thought that you're weaving into this moment where there is nothing to weave it into except a thought. Drop that thought. Drop out of all of that right now. And just be in this arising right now, that is here right now. There's nothing else but this here right now. All your thoughts that are connecting other things into it, it's just thoughts. They have no density. They are on par with the sound you hear. Now the thought has arisen and now it's gone. Just drop it. Drop it. Everything you believe to be real is only a concept. The belief in that concept can be dropped. You can stay in this pure arising, where you very, very clearly see that everything is just made up. Your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions, your perception, it's all just made up. It's not real. It's the mind that is creating a reality around you that you perceive as real. It does not mean that it is real. It's only perceived like that right now. Because of the chemistry and the neurology and the past experiences, all your causes and conditions are creating all that. It does not mean that it's real. And at the same time, it doesn't make it unreal. Thank you.